Ladies and gentlemen, now we shall begin with the candle lighting ceremony. I will read out the names of those who are now invited to join us on the stage for this ceremony. Dadi Ratan Mohini ji, Sarla Didi, Mr. Nizar Juma, Chandrika Ben, Mr. Rohit Roy, Mr. Bhavya Gandhi, Mr. Stephen Barclay, Mr. Dan Howarth, Mr. Davnit, Kim Wainer, M.S. Dillon, Ms. Romina, Mr. Amrish Patel, Mr. Amit Dhawan, Mr. C.K. Patel, Dr. Anamik Shah, Mr. Chitrajan, Mr. Mukesh Patel, Mr. Nahari Amin, Mr. Vaishal Shah, Mr. Alpesh Patel, Mr. Arvind Jaju, B.K. Sharda Ben, B.K. Kamlesh Ben, B.K. Kruti Ben, B.K. Atam Prakash Bai, Colonel Om Prakash Chowdhury, Mr. Hermant Kulkarni, Mr. Hiren Kotak, Ms. Usharada, Mr. Chivanjeev Patel, Mr. Ruchir Parek, Mr. Shivam Vyas. Please all come to the stage where we will undertake the welcoming candlelight ceremony. Thank you so much. May I now invite everyone to go back to their seats, and we will begin the program again. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, tonight is going to be a very good night. Tonight we are going to share with you the basic core idea of the future of power. Also, you will be hearing from some of the participants in our dialogue this morning with some of the leaders who are associated with the youth of India. And at the end of the evening, you will be hearing from Sister Shivani, who will give us some deep insights into how to bring spirituality into reality in our lives. But first, my dear brothers and sisters of Bharat, I would like to share with you some thoughts about your country that you may not already know. Please sit back, relax for the next 10 minutes and enjoy a beautiful film that we have prepared to inform you as to how already Your great country has given the most amazing benefit to the world already. Ladies and gentlemen, India's contribution to the world.
India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-great-grandmother of tradition. Our most valuable and most constructive materials in the history of man are treasured up in India only.
India was the motherland of our race, and Sanskrit the mother of Europe's languages. India was the mother of our philosophy, of much of our mathematics, of the ideals embodied in Christianity, of self-government and democracy. In many ways, Mother India is the mother of us all. If there is one place on the face of this earth where all the dreams of living men have found a home from the very earliest days when man began the dream of existence, it is India.
We owe a lot to the Indians, who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been made.
India conquered and dominated China culturally for 20 centuries without ever having to send a single soldier across her border.
Many of the advances in the sciences that we consider today to have been made in Europe were in fact made in India centuries ago.
India invented the number system. 0 was invented by Aryabhata.
The place value system, the decimal system, was developed in India in 100 BC. The method of graduated calculation was documented in the Pancha Siddhantika in the 5th century. The technique is said to date from Vedic times, circa 2000 BC.
Pi was first calculated by Baudhayana, which later became known as the Pythagorean theorem.
Algebra, trigonometry, and calculus all came from India.
Quadratic equations were used by Sri Dharacharya in the 11th century.
The largest numbers the Greeks and the Romans used were 10 to the power of 6, whereas Hindus used numbers as big as 10 to the power of 53 with specific names as early as 5000 BCE.
The world's first university was established in Takshila in 700 BC. Sanskrit is the mother of all the European languages, and according to Forbes magazine, Sanskrit is the most suitable language for computer software.
Bhaskaracharya calculated the orbit of the Sun hundreds of years before the astronomers of Europe.
Ayurveda is the earliest school of medicine known to humans. The art of navigation was born in the river Sindh 6,000 years ago. The very word navigation is derived from the Sanskrit word navkati. The word navy is also derived from Sanskrit.
According to the Gemological Institute of America, up until 1896, India was the only source of diamonds for the world. Chess was invented in India.
Sushruta is the father of surgery. 2,600 years ago, He conducted complicated surgeries like caesareans, cataract, artificial limbs, fractures, urinary stones, and even plastic surgery and brain surgery. Usage of anesthesia was well known in ancient India.
The earliest reservoir and dam for irrigation was built in Saurashtra.
When many cultures were only nomadic forest dwellers over 5,000 years ago, Indians established Harappan culture in the Sindhu Valley.
Some current facts.
There are 3.2 million Indians in America. Indians make up 38% of doctors in America, 12% of scientists in America, 36% of NASA employees, 34% of Microsoft employees, 28% of IBM employees, 17% of Intel employees, 13% of Xerox employees.
25% of India's population with the highest IQs is greater than the population of the United States. Translation: India has more honors kids than America has kids.
It is already becoming clearer that a chapter which has a Western beginning will have to have an Indian ending if it is not to end in the self-destruction of the human race. At this supremely dangerous moment in history, the only way of salvation for mankind is the Indian way.